Beans.
Let's go.
Beans. It's Christmas time, but guess what else it is?
What else is it?
It's time for the ERWIN LUU Christmas special.
ERWIN LUU Christmas special.
It's the ERWIN LUU Christmas special. If anyone doesn't know who ERWIN LUU is, a lot of people probably don't know that because it's not just our school watching this. ERWIN LUU is a student here at St. Joe. He's a good friend of Beans and I. He does cross country and track and is an absolute god of League of Legends. Everyone, welcome ERWIN LUU.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
I'm
ERWIN LUU, as they mentioned.
ERWIN, you
St.
excited?
Joe student, 18-year-old, Asian American.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
ERWIN, you excited to be, what is it, the third guest on BeansTalk podcast?
Yeah.
Cool.
I met you guys since English class,
dude,
September.
I mean, I've known ERWIN as long as I've been in high school, but dude, it feels like I've known him longer. It's weird.
I have a question, ERWIN. Do you still blast Call Me Maybe on your computer all the time?
Oh, all right. You want to talk about that segment already?
We'll mention that later if we need to. But right now, since it is the ERWIN LUU Christmas special, and it is Christmas time for those of you listening here, maybe on Christmas Eve, or you're sitting with your families and it's Christmas Day and you've just had a nice time with your family, spending some time, I wanted to talk a little bit about Christmas, and specifically to start off, any favorite Christmas songs? Like, I don't know, maybe we could have a little bit of a debate, like top three, or Beans. You want to start us off? What's your top three Christmas songs?
So I don't really focus on listening to Christmas music that much, but off the top of my head, I do like White Christmas. Beautiful. I do like a lot of those older jazzy ones. It's Rocking Around the Christmas Tree does kind of bop. And shoot, if you count a few of my favorite things, even though it doesn't really count, that's one of the better ones.
I would count that. I mean, I've seen it on some Christmas lists. I don't know why it's a Christmas song, but enough people say it is. Oh, side note, before we start, thank God we survived that macro final.
Oh,
holy crap!
I was glad. I did better than I expected.
I did all right, I think. But holy crap, that was hard.
That was a good one to survive. There were some that I don't think I survived. Like the Spanish final, I might not have survived. I might not have made it out alive.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Spanish 4 or something?
I'm in AP Spanish. The big
wow.
One. Yeah.
I wish I continued Spanish though. I really love, practicing and speaking Spanish. I think it's really fun. But unfortunately, I just just wanted to take my middle school credit just to have 6 credit. So I wanted to do something else, having a more variety of classes. So that's why I stopped taking Spanish after sophomore year, but I wish I taken it junior and senior year also.
Yeah, so you said, was it you had other classes that you were passionate about, or?
Yeah, I just really want to broaden my skill and just learn different stuff, especially in the electives class. I feel like those are really fun to do.
Yeah, that is cool. There's a lot of opportunities you get in high school that you're not going to get throughout your life, and so it is a good idea to take advantage of all of those.
ERWIN, you have a top 3 favorite Christmas songs?
Oh boy, I'm the person who just listens to music and don't focus on their titles at all. And
so you couldn't name a single Christmas song.
I mean, Jingle Bells. There's one.
That's a bop.
Right. It's
Beans mentioned White Christmas. I forgot how that goes.
So you don't remember the song at all, but it's up there,
But it's up there.
I recognize the tune and stuff, but I just don't pay attention to song titles, which I should be doing, I guess. But
you don't have to. I mean,
all right. As a challenge, think of one more Christmas song, and then you get to move on. Come on, there's so many.
Give me a hint. Shoot.
Bro,
you literally take the word Christmas and you just try to fit it with a song.
Christmas is Coming. Is that a song?
I'll give you Frosty the Snowman. You know that one?
I heard of Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There you go.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a classic. There you go. I name more. One more for you.
All right.
I think it's hard. I don't mind Christmas music. I like Christmas music. Same. I just don't like it when people I don't know, overplay it, because that does exist. Everyone's like, oh, it's too much Christmas music doesn't exist. It does and it's at certain times. Right now, around this time, there's probably no such thing as too much because it's like right in the middle. We're in the end game of Christmas season right now.
The Christmas vibe.
Yeah, we're in the Christmas vibe. But I think my favorite Christmas song is probably "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year." I like that.
Oh, and that I heard of that.
That's a good. That's a good one.
You guys always sing it too on the football field?
Yeah, that's another reason we sing it during playoffs for football. I think my second, I forget how the song goes, but I don't know what it's called either.
See,
I just I don't know.
I'm just like bad at naming songs.
There's a bunch of songs that I can't really remember the name to. I'll just put that one that I'm thinking of aside because I can't remember anything remotely about it. I'd say White Christmas maybe probably 3 for me. 3. It makes my top 3, I think.
I didn't vote on that when Mr. DePaul had that survey. I didn't vote on that. It was what was the other option? I think it got second place.
Yeah, the Most Wonderful Time of the Year did not get. It got last place, and I was very sad.
Yeah, that was weird.
The survey that Mr. DePaul sent, which is your favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah. Oh, movie?
Oh no, Christmas songs. I think no Christmas.
Well, now
songs.
we got to go into movies. Thanks for mentioning that, Erwin. Beans, you got some. What's your favorite Christmas movie? You don't have to name a top 3, but you got to have a favorite Christmas movie.
So I haven't seen that many, and so I have to say I'm contractually obligated to say A Christmas Story. Sorry.
That's a good one. That's not a bad one.
It's solid.
It's definitely a solid. If you haven't seen many Christmas movies, and that's one of the very few, and that's a good one to see.
Yeah, I mean I've seen Elf as well.
Elf's
well, that's on my bucket list of watching. I have not seen Elf.
You haven't seen Elf?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, Erwin, you got to see Elf.
Yeah. Elf's a fun one.
Erwin, you have a favorite Christmas movie, or have you seen many?
Shoot. I mean, I know I have, not a lot. I know I've seen The Grinch, both the cartoon version and the one.
The Jim Carrey version?
The one that was like in 2002 or whatever.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. That was a...
Yeah, I think, it was that one.
I like that one.
I saw both versions. When I was little, I saw like a bunch of those like Christmas special cartoon episodes. There was one, I don't know what it's called, it's been a while. It's like some like elves, they're like secret agents and they're trying to like, get their presents back or whatever. I thought that was like a super cool show. I think you've seen it, right, Beans?
Yeah, but you just reminded me, the song from that first Grinch movie, right, wait, reverse everything, that original Grinch movie, best Christmas movie, and the song from that's my new number 2. The Mr. Grinch, You're a Mean One, slaps.
Oh, that's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't mention that. That's a pretty good one.
Wait, that got second?
That's your second?
For me,
now. For Beans, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for Beans. So that's your favorite Christmas movie now, Beans?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, but dang, yeah, that slaps. It's a good movie.
I think my favorite. Have you guys ever seen Jack Frost?
Oh yes.
With Michael Keaton.
Are you talking about the one where he has to save Christmas with all of the other guys?
No, I don't think that's called Jack Frost either. It's the one with Michael Keaton. It's a Christmas movie. It's not like super well known. I like it.
I don't think I have seen this one.
It's a classic.
I don't remember.
Me and my family.
I don't think I have.
I haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life yet, though.
I've never seen that either, and it's a
classic. Get actually crucified.
It's a classic. I hear.
Yeah. No. I hear that too. So yeah, we have to watch that. I have to take responsibility for watching movies that are good.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of behind. Like I don't watch a lot of movies. It's like once in a while.
No, I definitely hold myself responsible for not watching a bunch of good movies, even if it's not Christmas. There's a bunch of like classics, and I claim myself to be like a movie geek, and I don't even watch those. So I'm ashamed to admit some of those.
I watch a lot of superhero movies. I feel like I focus that on a lot. I like a lot of superhero movies and dystopian movies. Like the Maze Runner, like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Like I really like the Hunger Games. I wouldn't even. Dang, those are the same genre. That just blew up my brain. Like
I just really like how interesting, like, you're seeing society in like a different way. I thought those were super cool.
Yeah, that's cool. My favorite dystopian might actually be The Lobster. Really cool movie there.
I have not
But
seen that.
What's
but
the
that's
lobster?
The Lobster. So it's a movie. It's made by Yorgos Lanthimos. He's this guy from England. But it's a dystopian, but it's kind of like it's kind of a caricature of the way that that society is now, instead of kind of being like, this is what I predict science society being. Um, and it's very hard to explain, especially since Yorgos Lanthimos' thing is like having all of his people act really weird. Um, they're kind of like curt and direct and expressionless, but they're all um, but yeah, kind of a dystopian. How would I describe this movie without spoiling anything? So basically, you go to man, I don't know.
I
Like
mean, you could
what
just
makes it dystopian about it?
yeah. What makes
What
it?
is
Or can you
dystopian?
not even say that?
So you're actually, so the dystopian part is that you're not allowed in society unless you have a romantic partner, unless you unless you are like married to someone. And then if your romantic partner like dies or something for some reason, then you have to go to this hotel, you have to find a new person, or you get turned into an animal. And
Oh,
it like
whoa,
so much time. Yeah, it's insane.
dude, that sounds
That kind of reminds
cool.
me of 1984.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, kind of.
That sounds
Except for
scary.
Yeah.
a little bit scary. Yeah, it's a weird one.
The idea sounds scary. Like, imagine if that was. Oh, you just like you're in a frantic rush to find someone to mate with, and then if you don't, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna be a dog now.
Wait, do you get to choose which animal, or is it like all random?
Yeah, you do. So that's one of the coolest scenes, is that it's called The Lobster because the dude picks a lobster. This is in the very beginning, and he's like, because they're blue-blooded, they mate for life and something else. And so like you can tell that he's smart right off the bat. He's pretty cool.
All right, if we're stuck in that scenario, which animal would you guys choose?
Oh, you get to choose. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
If you
for
get,
real.
if you get to choose, I'd probably choose like a lion.
Okay,
A
In this,
lion.
but
Alright.
but you're in danger though.
I'm endangered. Okay, I'll pick a wolf then. I'll take a wolf.
Wolves are really cool though. They're really cool.
I like wolves.
Yeah. What about you, Beans?
All right, there are a lot of really cool animals. Um, yeah, something like one of the more intelligent whales, like a killer whale. That would be really cool.
Yeah. For me, like I thought I would pick my favorite animal, but like I hate seeing it on the road. But like my favorite animal is a raccoon, and I always hate seeing dead raccoons on the road. So, but that changes my mind. So I would go to my second favorite animal, which is the peregrine falcon. They're super
Ooh,
cool.
that's a good choice.
Yeah, they like you can fly and they dive super fast. It's like unlimited skydiving right there.
Yeah, exactly. But what was it? One of my favorite answers to the question was actually my cousin Mikey said he'd be a sperm whale because they like get to explore all of the oceans. They go like all around the globe, and
Wow.
they dive into the deeps and battle giant squid, and that
Ooh,
is really
Oh
cool.
wait, yeah, I've heard of those.
that's cool.
Yeah. Wait, can they go into lakes? Like maybe one day we find one in the Great Lakes.
A sperm
Michigan.
whale, it'd be really hard for it to like get up rivers.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that's
I don't know.
possible, Erwin.
You never know.
Because like a lake probably wouldn't have the resources to
Yeah.
sustain it, like the
Mhm.
fish and stuff. But that would be insane. Imagine seeing just like a giant whale in Lake Michigan.
Imagine going to Notre Dame, like, and walking by St. Mary's Lake.
It's just a giant
That's a
whale.
baby lake right there.
A giant whale.
That's terrifying. I've swam in that lake. I'd be like, ah.
I've ran around those lakes.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
Dang,
Beans, I was curious, because you mentioned how like you like the so like is that your favorite, like you mentioned the Lobster, is that your favorite kind of dystopian movie, or do you have like another favorite?
It's really tough. Like, I forget who's the director that did Blade Runner. shoot. But I watched Alien. Oh, but I watched Alien, which was by the same director, and I really like the take that director has on dystopian. Everything's kind of like claustrophobic and super machine heavy, and it feels like super lived in. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it's Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott directed those movies.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Legend, absolute legend.
Yeah. All right, yeah, really dystopians, they have a lot of like things you can do with them.
Just kind of like expands your mind out. You know? I really like that.
So, Erwin, do you have any like weird or unique Christmas traditions? Like anything, or maybe not weird and unique, just like, is there like a thing that you do every year or that your family does or whatever?
We used to when I was little. You know, we kind of followed the same classic, you know, presents thing. We had presents since I was little, all the way to second grade. And then like somehow, you know, we were not doing well as a family economically for some reason. I still don't know to this day what happened, but yeah, we've been struggling a little bit. And yeah, I mean, at least we, you know, we kind of have each other to support when, you know, things kind of go tough. Something cool happens today.
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
Dude, Erwin, Erwin, do you want to just tell him what happened?
Yeah, you can introduce it.
Tell the audience. First, actually, let's preface it with this man, ERWIN LUU, when we weren't in quarantine, biked to school every day, unless it was like absolutely snowing like crazy, then his dad would drive.
Sometimes I do that once in a while.
But dude biked like to school every day. He's had this bike for a while. And what happened today, Erwin?
I mean, let's kind of backtrack a little bit of it. I have like a evolution of bikes I have because like my dad, he's not a fan of buying expensive things. So he bought me like, you know, this cheap bike for $20. I had it for 3 years. So from freshman to the middle of junior year, I think. That bike broke. I got another bike. And then somehow that bike, whenever I pedal, like the wheels won't move. So I got another different bike, which is my purple bike. And then, yeah, I've been using that thing since, you know, around August this year. And then today I got a new bike. I had no idea that they planned this. I was like such a shock and surprise about it.
Who, the track team or cross country or whatever?
From cross country team.
Cross country?
I mean, yeah, TJ kind of foreshadows about it. He was like, during this cross country season, he's like, bro, we got to get you a new bike. Mm-hmm. And yeah, because like they're even like during this cross country season, I got hit by a car from Jack's Donut. Mm-hmm. Like the lady did not see. I mean, I guess it wasn't her fault because like, you know, the sunlight was into her way, so she couldn't see me. So she hit me. I mean, yeah, I was hurt, but like, you know, I kind of forgave her and let her go. I didn't want to make it like that big of a deal. And then, yeah, TJ kind of foreshadows that as like, yo, we got to get you a new bike. And then today, the whole cross country team pitched in and got me a Christmas present, which is a super cool bike. Like I've always wanted like a fast bike. And this bike is like a hybrid bike. So it's like I think it's between like a road bike and a mountain bike, which is super awesome. And yeah, everybody pitched in. I was not expecting it at all, but yeah, I'm just super shocked, and I'm super grateful for like the cross country team. You know, it's just, you know, the cross country environment and the track environment. You know, they're two different environments I see, but the cross country environment, we have just such a strong, you know, team bonding and synergy. It's just pretty insane. I feel like we're up there, you know, having the best, you know, dynamics and friendship in sports, in St. Joe sports. And yeah, cross country is definitely up there.
Yeah, I remember being in cross country. That was a great time. And I would look over and see you practicing with Jacob Moon and the sprinters. What happened to get you into cross country from there?
Yeah, so I'm like, sophomore year was very disappointing because I didn't get to break my 100-meter time. So I'm like, yeah, I'd do cross country. And I mean, I did start at cross country sophomore year, but I kind of chickened out. I didn't do the meets. I just did some of their workouts. And then by the end of sophomore year, you know, the end of the track season, I was super disappointed in myself. Like, first up, I was injured. And then second, I couldn't, you know, reach the goal I wanted. So then junior year, I just like, you know what? I just got to commit myself in doing it. And McCarthy, shout out to him. He did such a great job in just adapting the workout to my style. And I thought I was going to like struggle with cross country at first and like didn't like it because, you know, I'm a sprinter and like, why would a sprinter do, you know, super long distance workout? But it turns out, you know, after 2 months, you know, with McCarthy being super flexible and like having the team backing each other up, like the team spirit is like always super high and we always supported each other. You know, after 2 months, I finally, you know, became in love with cross country and like I enjoyed distance running a lot. And, you know, it's such like the team, you know, like I said, the team spirit and like the, you know, the teamwork there is just such insane. And, you know, I feel like we're like cross country, and we did have a talk about this today, I think. But I think, you know, cross country and swimming, you know, they're like two of the most hardworking sports in St. Joe so far.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. That's pretty dope. That's a good team that like buys you a whole bike. That's
Yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of crazy stuff too. You know, like the pasta parties are always super cool. You know, we had a pasta party at a lake house at Michigan. We had one in Ninja Golf. We always have like really fun pasta parties that, you know, bonded the team even closer to together. And yeah, they're really fun.
yeah. You talk about McCarthy. How about just explaining to the audience what it's like running for Mike McCarthy? How it's both
Running
fun,
with him,
yeah, or just like
like first time meeting him, like
or like
overall.
being an athlete for him as a coach. Like it's both fun, I've heard, and also it's like awful because of his workouts. But you know, talk about that a little bit.
I mean, not everything I said could be true because, you know, he teaches a varieties of certain running kind of style. You know, he teaches sprints, hurdles, long distance, and, you know, of course, cross country. But there are times where I guess in freshman year he starts recognizing that I think like maybe doing repetitive workout is like, you know, forcing it upon athletes isn't the right move. So you kind of have to like always, you know, adapt and adjust it. So I feel like after freshman year, he kind of starts recognizing like what are the things that he's doing right, and then what are the things that are doing wrong. So he's being like more flexible with the workout every year, which is really cool to see, and it's like improving the, you know, the runners overall each year. And, you know, as you can see, you know, cross country, we've always been able to reach semi-state either on the boys or girls side or both. And for track, you know, we've always, you know, been able to compete at 100% effort, and we always have at least, you know, one event representing state, you know, usually the 4x4. And yeah, I think McCarthy being able to be flexible with his workout, learning and adapt to each player and listening to us, you know, kind of really help us as an athlete. And I think, you know, he's a really good coach on, you know, being able to do that.
I think, yeah, you're 100% right. And I think I remember seeing a lot of like kids from other schools, kids from like Marion, not hit their stride until like midway through the season or even towards the end of it. And I feel like we'd always be prepared like day one for the cross country season. And so, yeah, he really gets us into shape. Like the reason that we're at semi-state every year is probably mostly because of him and the way that he really prepares us to get there.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to add is like he focuses a lot on, you know, our mental health and like our mentality on the sport. So like he always try to like make us focus on our goals, or, you know, try to like have like a sharp mind, you know, have a good team, be a good teammate, have like what's the meaning of being a team, and like, you know, all those stuff. And I feel like that really strengthens the whole school and the team, you know, together. And that's why, you know, we've been able to like perform so well in every meet, and yeah, in both cross country and track, because he focused on the mentality sides as well, not just, you know, the physical side like workouts and stuff.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I never did a sport for Mr. McCarthy, but I can definitely speak because I had him in 2 classes 2 years in a row. He's definitely a good teacher, and he's definitely a good motivator, and he definitely pushes someone that he knows can do whatever it is they're trying to do. And it's not like he just gives up on the people that he thinks can't do it. He on everyone. It's cool because on everyone he definitely motivates everyone. But then when he sees like real talent, like I can even tell. Like sometimes we would be practicing for football, and I could just tell from what I was seeing because track sometimes, or what was it, cross country would sometimes practice at the same time we're practicing, and I noticed he definitely takes kids aside that he sees potential in, and he definitely works on that potential. So that's a cool thing.
Yeah, and he always encourages us to like try to recruit as much people as you can, because they might not succeed in one sport, so might as well try track or cross country. And
Yeah, that's like the running joke, or not a joke, but that's like the running trend at St. Joe. It's like, even if you're good at the sport, it's like, hey, come on out, let's see what it's like.
Yeah, and go ahead, Beans.
I was just going to say that was Marco's literal spiel, was that he talked about trying every single sport and then finding cross country and it fitting. And
yeah, that's what McCarthy said. And he also talked about how being a multi-sports athlete is like really beneficial for you. And yeah, I don't see the reason why not, trying out cross country or track. And for me, I try out wrestling. I kind of recruited Jacob to be in, and then after that, Jacob recruited Zach.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I'm proud of you guys for sticking it through.
Yeah, Erwin kind of got me and Zach Kennedy into wrestling, and then he stopped wrestling, but he came back and he's our manager now. So it's cool.
Yeah,
how
you
a
guys,
lot of sports are interconnected.
You guys improved so much since the last time I've seen you there.
Thanks. Yeah, that's weird to think about. You kind of got me into it, and I kind of got Zach into it, and then you kind of left, and then you're back now as a manager, which is cool.
It's kind of like a 1-for-2 special, but then you get like a third bonus as me as a manager.
Yeah, as a manager. ERWIN LUU manager is definitely like super beneficial.
Yeah. But yeah, Jacob and Zach, when they came there, they were like, they were new. It's their first time wrestling. And then since now, I've seen them improve so much. And I'm really proud of them.
Yeah. Zach's crazy improved, man. I can speak from like firsthand.
Yeah, he's insane.
Dude's gotten so good. Dude's going to state next year, I guarantee you.
Yeah, in just like 2 years, that would be crazy.
It's crazy.
Well, I just want to apologize that I didn't go to you guys' meet today.
Come on, Erwin. You didn't
show
up.
It's because of the Christmas present, and I just have to stick around.
Yeah, you can't just leave and be like, hey, sorry, cross country team.
Yeah, I just got it now. I just left like that. I feel like that's me right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cross country team is we're just so well bonded together, and I really enjoy it. And I support them a lot, 100%. And I like being supportive and happy for them. And I always in the future, I always want to maintain that happiness. Always try to be positive. And yeah.
So there's a. I'm looking, for those of you that don't know, BeansTalk is very prepared in the topics, and we have a Google Doc of topics before we start. And I'm looking at this, and apparently I can guarantee you Beans put this, but he just put Erwin's calves as a topic idea. So we're going to talk about...
you guys can start it off.
Yeah,
Intro to it.
It's a weird thing to talk about while you're here. But Erwin's got some good calves, man. Beans, you want to talk about?
You know that Erwin's calves are famous throughout the land. Isn't there that one? There's that one Bible verse where the dude has a dream about a statue and it's got made up of all of those different metals. Well, if they were made up of Erwin's calves and not iron or whatever, they would not have broken. All right.
Yes.
It would have been strong.
The craziest thing, because it's not just a weird thing that me and Beans talk about. Everyone in this school talks about the fact that Erwin's got some
really
good, dude, you got some strong muscular calves, man. But what everyone,
the most famous calves since Jacob Moon.
Yeah,
Jacob Moon.
Yeah, who had great calves.
Jacob Moon is 6'5" or whatever, so I kind of understand him having really big calves, and he's
his calves were you put watermelons on the back of your leg, dude.
This is what I was afraid of. We're just gonna start getting real weird.
Are you guys ever crush a watermelon between your?
I hear it's almost
What?
impossible if you're not like a.
It's possible. It's possible.
You've done it?
No.
Oh.
Dude, Erwin's
Well, I
done it.
think
He's
I
lying.
could.
He could
But
do it.
Irwin, like what everyone like talks about Irwin's calves, it's crazy because if no one knows what Irwin looks like, Irwin's a small dude and he has big calves for
I'm
such
like
a small.
5'4". I'm like Kevin Hart size.
How much
Or
do you
height.
weigh, Irwin? If you don't mind us asking.
I mean, it's unfortunate. So, I mean, yeah, last year, like when I was doing wrestling, I was trying to aim, towards the 138 division. So, like, I actually got there, and then COVID started.
Yeah,
and
so you're around 138 or maybe a little lower than that.
Now I'm down to like 133.
Irwin's a small dude and he has big calves for such a small dude. So that's why
I'm trying to push back to 145. I'm trying to gain a lot of weight.
okay. Yeah. That's I don't is this going to be a long segment? I can't I'm trying to predict.
Okay, so
There's not much to talk about. Irwin, do you want to like tell us how you got such
I don't know. So a lot of people always ask me like during track, they were like, "Yo, how'd you get like such big calves?" I'm like, I don't know. I probably biked a lot since I biked every day. But
that's definitely
that could be it.
But it could be also genetics because I think my dad also has big calves, and like I'm taller than my dad also. Well, like
Yo,
4
Mr.
inches.
Lou with the beefy calves as well.
Mr. Lou, 5 feet tall with calves that are like 4 feet in circumference.
So like, yeah, I'm like the tallest in my family, and I wish I can grow more. Like my dream height, like my goal height is like to be at least 5'10", but unfortunately I'm stuck at 5'4".
That could happen,
You never know. Like just 1 year later, I just grow 5 more inches.
That is crazy to think about. That, I mean, that's probably why Irwin has. I mean, along with other stuff, he definitely like works out for track and cross country. But he's probably got good calves because you think about everyone at home. Think about the amount of days that you went to school during high school. Maybe subtract like 50 of those days. Maybe probably less than 50 of those days. That's how many days Irwin biked to and from school.
Oh, so here's like a quick little story. This summer when we were like planning a workout, like somebody said like, "Oh, it's the Notre Dame Lake lot we're meeting up." I meet up there, and I saw nobody. So I was like, "Huh, they must have like changed location and went to like St. Pat's or whatever." So I went from Notre Dame Lake lot all the way to St. Pat's, and then like I checked there and nobody was there. So that was like in total about 12 miles I biked, and then I have to like bike back home 12 more miles. And yeah, so basically I almost biked a marathon in like less than 2 hours. It was like an hour 50 something. But,
Irwin Luu's just sitting here biking marathons. No big deal.
It was a crappy bike too, so it was like I was pretty dead by the end.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
But like I enjoy biking because like first like you feel like the air, the wind, the speed, and like sometimes like you can like reflect yourself and meditate. Like I mean you got to be careful or else you're gonna get hit by a car, of course. But I just like appreciate the scenery around me whenever I bike. And yeah, there are times when like I feel like I didn't want to bike because I have like a lot of workload and like I feel tired. But yeah, biking overall is like a good hobby I like to do. And I also live near Rum's Village, so like once in a while I would bike near the mountain bike path, which is like insanely hard. And it's like lots of uphills and downhills. Yeah.
Erwin, you should go into like extreme biking or something, like mountain biking.
I don't know.
You could crush it, dude. I'm telling you.
Maybe.
You're like Michael in Arrested Development.
Who?
Whoever gets that reference is like laughing right now.
Yeah.
That's you.
Don't explain it. Just if anyone gets it, they feel special.
Yeah.
All right.
Feel special.
Irwin in the BMX ? Like Irwin doing X Games?
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I've been injured a lot, I've been hit by cars a couple of times.
Irwin wants to get out of the biking game, all right? Y'all don't understand.
Irwin's trying to go further.
Y'all don't know what it's like being trapped in the bike business, all right?
Yeah.
People eat you alive out there, dude.
Erwin is just like he's tamed and he's just kept in this bike. He needs to be released. There's so many more things he can do.
No, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of having a risk of injury involved, because injury is like it's just completely messes up your mentality as a whole.
Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah,
I wish that like it's tough because we have been working towards making South Bend more accessible to bikes. But yeah, obviously it's not. Like biking to St. Pat's, I was thinking about that, like when you said that, and that is just insane.
yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used the Riverside Trail. If you guys have ever been there.
Oh yeah, all right.
Erwin, I haven't.
It's still a little bit of stretch of road.
I haven't touched a bike in like
Really?
5 years.
I mean,
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I either don't have the time or I don't have the motivation to bike, and it's not even that hard. I just don't do it anymore.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you have trouble, learning how to bike again, I can always teach you.
I mean, I know how to bike. I know how to.
Dude, Erwin's gonna teach you how to bike. Do not turn this down.
There's like a trick. There's like a trick my dad taught me. Like he used like a little incline hill, and then like he moves the seat pretty low down. And the trick was like, just glide down the hill and lift both feet up. And he was like, don't worry if you're unbalanced, because your feet will catch, because he lowers the seat down. And yeah, I've used that method. And then he's like, all right, now slowly try to like pedal, because like now you got the hang of balancing it with no pedaling. Yeah, now try to pedal.
That's true.
Erwin, I appreciate that very, very generous offer. I remember how to bike. I just haven't biked in a while.
There is a phrase, it's like riding a bike for a reason.
Yeah. But yeah, I learned how to ride a bike in like less than 30 minutes, and like I was like enjoying it since day one.
It took me like a week.
Really?
Yeah. That's awesome. I have a 9-year-old sister who still doesn't know how to bike, so you need to get on this.
Okay, I might have been like 8 or 9, so don't.
No, I learned how to bike when I was in like 7th grade during the fall, like around September, October.
I think I was just lazy. I was just sitting there, and I was just like sitting around, like, hey, maybe I should learn to bike. My parents are like, thank God we bought you a bike like 5 years ago.
What type of bike is it?
It definitely does not fit me now. I have no clue. It's definitely, I think, a nice bike. It has like the gear shift thing.
Well, you guys have a tricycle? I remember I was rocking in those tricycle when I was like 4 years old. I
had the detachable, like I mean, obviously everyone had like the training wheels, but there's some bikes that just have training wheels. Then there's the one you can take off. And so I had the ones that you could like kick up real quick for training.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Biking is cool. I used to do it when I was in 8th grade. I would do it all the time until my biking accident.
Oh, what happened?
Well, the biking accident.
Yo, straight up, it wasn't that bad, but like, I don't know. I was going super fast down this hill. And there was this one patch of sand, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go like sideways on the patch of sand, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
My brain for the 3 seconds, for like for probably the half second before I actually did it, and then just went sideways, and got a decent hole in my knee.
Dang, a hole in your knee? That's scary.
It was a good old scratch, but I didn't need stitches. It was like,
that's good. Yeah.
You had a hole in your knee?
I mean, it's like this scar still there. Look at that baby. All right, you can't really see it.
Yeah, it's a little blurry.
Everyone at home, look at that baby.
Maybe we might post a picture on the St. Joe Square website just to look at Bean's scar.
Yes.
For real. Everyone look at my scar. All right, what else do we have in life?
Well, we have the fact that
all right,
Beans was really excited about this just because.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
You want to take it away?
Can we talk about ERWIN LUU League of Legends?
Yes.
Come on, guys.
Can we sponsor you? You're going to be sponsored by BeansTalk. You're going to be wearing like a jacket.
No.
We won't give you money because we don't have any, but we're definitely going to sponsor you. Dude, we're with you all the way. We just can't pay you. Sorry.
Yeah.
So for people that doesn't know League of Legends, it's basically a 5v5 games where, you know, the goal of the game is to destroy the enemy's nexus, which is basically like a structure you have to protect. And along the ways, there are like turrets that are defending it, and you have to like destroy those turrets in order to reach the nexus. It's like a super complex game that will take a long time to talk about, but I won't. And in the game, there's like a bunch of varieties of champions. There's like at least, I would say, like 140 champions you can play and choose. And they all have like special uniques, abilities and other stuff that, you know, that either help, you know, kill other enemies or, you know, support your allies. And there are like 5 roles that you have to pick when you play the game. And that's either top, jungle, middle, or mid lane, AD carry and support, and they all have like, you know, their unique style of what they do.
Yeah, so one of the cooler things about this is that I've played some League of Legends. I know that I'm garbage for sure. All right, and one of the main reasons that I'm garbage, and one of the things that distinguishes like a bad League of Legends player from a good League of Legends player is map awareness.
Oh yeah, I struggle with that sometimes.
You struggle with that? I bet like a lot of people struggle with that. And so it's a giant map, and so a lot of it like you don't see. Like you can see the parts where your other players are, and then you get these little things that like light up a little space around them, and you can see those parts. And so that's like getting the information. And so how much like per game? Because you're doing the things you're doing. You're like killing minions, doing all the little things you have to do in the meantime. So how much are you always thinking in the back of your head, like looking around the map, trying to like get a really good view of what's going on in general?
It's actually a lot. I mean, like, since like if you like once you start the game and you're choosing your champion, that's like the moment where you have to like start thinking about stuff. And yeah, it's like a lot in mine. You know, that of course being say map awareness. There's also CSing, predicting where you're gonna get ganked or being, you know, flanked by a enemy jungler, and there's like a lot of stuff. Yeah, I feel like the role of being a jungler is like the hardest in my opinion, because there's like so much complex goals and steps you have to do in order to, like, you know, execute the game plan. And yeah, it's a really complex game. I would say in order to be at least decent with the game, you have to like play at least a year or two. But unless you have like some like MOBA experience or whatever, like if you played Dota or Dota 2 before, then you could get, you know, you could get hang of the game faster in like less than a year, I would say.
Yeah. So yeah, very complex game. I have a lot of respect for anyone who can prolifically play that game. All right, so we talking about high school experience.
Well, hold on. I just wanted to mention, for all of those out there that don't know what's going on with this League of Legends stuff, I'm with you guys. I have no clue what they're talking about either. So
yeah, it's basically an esports game. Last Saturday there was like a tournament at Manchester College hosting a League of Legends tournament, and due to like people didn't register on time, like the tournament kind of failed. But like the prize pool was like, you know, scholarship monies, and I was pretty excited about that. And yeah, it didn't go as well as they planned, but they're shifting the tournament towards spring, so hopefully people can register on time.
Yeah, this is really cool that you have this opportunity to get like scholarships with this. Yeah, like I don't know, a lot of people like you can take video games seriously, like just like you can take, I don't know, anything seriously, like sports seriously. And yeah, I think a lot of people like don't understand that. And yeah, it's really cool that. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck with that. I've never really seen you play League of Legends, so I don't know how good you are, but yeah,
I wouldn't say I'm that good, because I still play on like a laggy computer. on a toaster. So.
Dude, next we're buying you a
No,
computer.
no, stop! Please don't buy any more gifts.
Everyone,
Please
everyone,
don't.
we're gonna link. We're gonna link.
No,
we're gonna link a
please.
GoFundMe
No.
in the
GoFundMe.
description.
No.
We're gonna buy Erwin a brand new gaming PC.
No, this is too much.
It's gonna be the big
Don't
boxy
do
ones.
it.
It's gonna be.
Don't do it,
It's gonna be a gaming computer.
guys.
The
People out
GoFundMe
there, I do
page.
not support this.
How hilarious would it be if we actually
No.
if we actually linked the GoFundMe page? Like, this is obviously a bit, but imagine if we did that, Beans.
I mean, this is an opportunity for you to get a livelihood. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that.
Dude, streamers are a real thing now.
Yeah, esports has been on the rise within recent years. They're making like big bucks. Like, I feel like they make more. Shoot, I feel like I'm gonna get this wrong, but like, the gaming industry, the video game industry, is like making more than like hundreds of billions of dollars. It's like way more than the NBA, the NFL, NHL, like lots of other sports and other competitions out there. The video game industry is like so high up, and the esports viewership as well and other stuff.
So yeah, it's an interesting movement. It's interesting that it's like, I don't yeah, I guess because it's esports. The world of sports has evolved to this, that we have now gamers that are able to do this professionally. It's very interesting.
Yeah, because like we're just like living in a world, like we're just so attached to online. We're just basically living in a digital era, and that's why video game industry has been booming so fast, making like the industry is just making way more money than than actual sports.
Yeah, video games are insane. It's something like, it's become really versatile the way that video games exist. Like, you can play video games strictly with other people. You can play video games strictly like single player games. It's really become a wide array of things. And yeah, the industry is probably gigantic. Like, think about how many kids own a console. Like, a lot of them. And if they don't, they can still play video games on computer.
Yeah, it's also scary because in video game industry, there's like a lot of like hidden secrets that we don't see. Like how they kind of like abuse their worker. Trying to like force them to work overtime without extra payment, or how they, have like these little secret scams or whatever that like we don't notice, and it's kind of scary to look at that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, did you see, anyone else see what happened with the like the Apple fiasco, the Apple phone store?
Which one?
I haven't.
Where they wrecked the place. The workers
What
didn't get
happened?
paid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so they.
Oh, I did hear of that. That's
destroyed the place.
Yeah.
I saw a video of it. It looked bad. And so yeah, so like, we here have no idea what it's like to be in some other parts of the world where you could have a job and you're just like that on the edge, that if you don't get one pay thing, you just have nothing for like a month or something.
Yeah. The video game industry are like abusing this situation, and like if you're a video game designer, you kind of have to be careful with which company you work with.
To be fair though, this is like 90%. I don't know if I'm gonna say 90%. A lot of industries in the United States, include video game industry, but also obviously that was with iPhones, the situation. People complain about Nestle chocolate using slave labor. Like, a lot of the things you consume are begotten immorally, and that's just the way it is right now. It's tough situation. And I wish it was better. Yeah, I wish that.
It's getting better, but not at like a fast rate we're seeing.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I wanted to mention, because any St. Joe seniors, or I guess any high school seniors that are listening to this right now, we just left the first half of our last year in high school. I'm just gonna let's sit here for a moment of silence and let that sink in. Holy crap, that's crazy. I mean, what's your thoughts? I didn't think about it as big of a deal because I was like stressing about finals, and then that's over.
Yeah.
I sat there and I was like, Oh. Oh.
Yeah, 2020 has been crazy. Since the beginning. Shit, I don't know if I want to talk about this. I might as well, but
I mean, Erwin, it's a trend so far. We
yeah,
talk about 2020 for
yeah.
every
I mean,
episode we
yeah, it's
have.
been bad for everybody, but
As
for
the
me,
producer, I'm trying hard not to let it happen, but it happens every
yeah,
time.
yeah. So like for me, I felt like COVID didn't affect me like as negatively as everybody, you know, what's the word, like had have received or whatever. For me, I kind of appreciate COVID a little bit. That's like a bad thing to say, but like,
It's a kind of bad thing to say.
yeah.
But
So,
people
but like,
understand
here's
what
my
you mean.
explanation. Yeah,
Yeah.
here's my explanation. So my junior year, which was this year, it was like I think it was like towards the end of February. I had like my first Trine indoor track season, and I was about to do the 60 meter. Like I've never done the 60 meter indoor dash ever. And then during warm up, I sprained my ankle because we did not we did not like lined up correctly. And yeah, I was like, when I was doing high skips, I didn't want to like crash into the person that was like behind or that was in front of me. So I had to like land on the side, and I accidentally like sprained my ankle. It was like a grade 3 injury, and that was like 2 weeks before quarantine happened, I think. So that was like around March 13th. And like when I had that injury, I felt super, like I was like angry, sad, depressed, like all these negative emotions that like I haven't had in like such a long time. And like I just felt all of this, like, hate, jealousy, and anger. Like I just always try to like push that thought away, try to become the happy me again. And it was super hard. Coming back to school, I felt super embarrassed that I was like limping all the way from class to class, and like I just like wanted to end. Like I don't want to like walk, in the hallway limping all the time. And then since when quarantine happened, I was like, oh, this is nice. At least people didn't see me limp, and like I was like pretty jealous that I couldn't work out again. I had to like sit out. Yeah, I feel like this is like a bad thing to talk about, but yeah, that's why I kind of like appreciate quarantine. Like at least I could kind of uh I don't know, like it's so bad to talk about it, but it's like because like I'm jealous that I couldn't do any workout, but then quarantine happened, so then like we didn't get a season, which I felt pretty bad also because you never know, like I might recover in time, but it took me at least 3 months to recover. But I guess I was like a little inconsistent with it too because quarantine has been a little hard for me, but yeah.
So in conclusion, quarantine has been amazing for ERWIN LUU, but it's also
Yeah.
not been amazing
I
for
mean,
ERWIN
but
LUU.
2020 has been ending great also because, yeah, there's also a lot of bad things in quarantine too. But like ending with 2020, it's weird, finishing my finals, that felt great. I felt like I did good on the finals. I just got my first phone last Friday, so like I just entering the digital world, so it feels so weird.
Dude, everyone pitching
No,
in to
just
just
stop with the
upgrade
pitching.
ERWIN
Fund me. Stop talking
LUU. ERWIN
about
LUU
that. No,
got a new
no, no, no,
bike,
no,
got a new phone. He's getting a new computer
no,
soon.
no,
What's next? We buy ERWIN LUU
no.
like a
No,
Maserati or
stop.
something like that.
Yeah, and then this today, this Saturday, I just got a new bike, and yeah, ending 2020 so far has been so far has been good. Yeah. How about you guys?
That's good. That's good that it ends on a. I feel, I mean, it's all right. I haven't been affected too much from 2020. I'm very grateful to have had a full football season and to still be having a wrestling season. I'm just, I hope everyone is sitting there and thinking, I can't wait for 2020 to be over, but I hope everyone's being conscious about the fact that, the end of 2020 is not the end of all of this awful stuff. We still have to work to end all of this. I mean, there's a lot of people that are trying to get through the year to be like, once it's 2021, it's going to be the best year ever. Well, we all got to put in the effort for that. It's not going to be just automatic. I mean, a lot of what happened this year was something that we couldn't control, but a lot of what happened this year was also something we could control, and we have to control it and be able to fix it for a great 2021, which I'm looking forward to, but we do have to work for it. It's not something we can just
Yeah.
expect and wait for 2020 to be over?
Yeah, like one of the biggest thing I'm really upset about is like I didn't get to see, my senior friends one last time and, see them to be able to like compete because they're always hilarious, whenever we have a meet. So like this year I'm like really working hard, to be able to like compete at the highest level possible, like, in memory for the seniors because I really miss my senior friends and my senior teammates because they've always been really awesome, such like an awesome friend. And like, yeah, I just really miss them. And I hate when quarantine or COVID made that happen where you don't get to see your senior friends, maybe like one last time, and it sucks.
Yeah, I definitely.
Beans, what's your outtake on this year? What's your closing statement? This isn't the last episode of 2020, but what's your semi closing statement for 2020?
My penultimate closing statement.
Yes, your penultimate closing statement. We
2020.
high level words here at BeansTalk.
So I 100% agree with Marscola, and everyone's gonna agree that like yeah, it's not gonna automatically change into 2021. I mean, so yeah, I'm still um just like overwhelmed. Like think about of all of the times that came before us. There are a lot of places, even in the modern world, where it would have been terrible to be around this disease. But here in America, we've had this privilege and gift to be able to be online, to be able to have infrastructure and wear masks and stuff, and really prevent the spread of this disease from going like insane. Um, which is something like we know that the Black Death, for its controlled area, was just massively, just way worse. And so, yeah, I'm very grateful for the gifts that I've been given that have been able to make 2020 not as bad a year for me as it was for other people. Like, yeah, it sucked. It was not so fun being in quarantine. But yeah, I mean, this whole time I've just felt really blessed to be able to be in this position. And I think that, yeah, that's a good mind to keep going forward. We want, we want to make 2021 a better year, not just for ourselves, but for people all over the world, so that everyone can eventually be in a similar situation to this, where a pandemic hits and they're not in close quarters because they have to work, and they're not doing all of this crazy stuff, where they can just feel safe. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're running out of time here. We're probably gonna wrap this segment up. Never mind. It's a Christmas special. We go 2 more hours. Just kidding. But we have a bonus segment. And I have a bone to pick with Santa Claus because, dude, you're magic and all. I don't believe that you really get around the world with just a sleigh and like what is it, like 8 reindeer. I don't believe you. Because none of us have really seen the sleigh, so I don't think he drives a sleigh. So I propose a question to Beans and Erwin. What do you really think he drives to get around the world in one night? Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't believe him. I think it's got to be a spaceship or something like that. There's no way he makes it in reindeer and a sleigh.
I mean, he's all mystical and magical, so he might be just flying, with his blubber body, Like why is he fat for a reason? You could just be like floating in the air and zoom in.
Wait. So Erwin thinks
he's an air whale. Air whale.
He's like a magical Kirby just flying,
He's a Kirby.
Yeah, he's a red Kirby.
Erwin's conclusion: Santa does not drive a sleigh. He's Kirby.
He's a human balloon. All right,
he's a human balloon.
And then he can just like shrink himself to fit in the chimney.
Yo, that works.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is this Santa canon? Can we have Erwin Santa canon?
Can we have the Erwin Santa? No, but like, do you think he swallows stuff to have the power of that thing, like Kirby does?
Yeah, man.
Is he a Kirby Santa? So
That's possible.
He like swallows the fire in the chimney, and he becomes like Fire Mario Santa.
Nah, I feel like it's more like he sucked in all the presents, so like all the presents are in his stomach. and then he just drinks himself to the chimney and.
Oh, so that's how he carries all those gifts. He just puts them inside of himself.
Yeah,
and then
it's a great.
And then he can always exhale a huge amount of air and just blow out the fireplace and just.
Oh, dude, this is not as in depth as I thought.
Well, that's 200 IQ right there.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
Beans, do you
figured out everything?
Beans, do you concur?
Just he's gonna skate around. That's all
I
didn't have an entire plot. I didn't know that Erwin would come to the table with the future of Christmas.
Future of Christmas.
Just start remaking every Christmas movie with Santa Claus in it.
Up until now, we thought he drove a sleigh, but we were wrong. All right?
He really floats like Kirby.
ERWIN LUU, Santa biologist, has math, all right, and he's figured it out.
Nah, bro, it's probably those.
That's how Erwin. That's how Erwin knows all this stuff, and everyone's like, "Erwin, you're so smart." This is the top quality of the knowledge that Erwin holds in his head.
No, it's probably those dystopian movies that just make me have creative minds, and I just think like that.
I like this version of Santa.
All right,
Santa,
fair.
can you email BeansTalk and confirm? Is this really it? You can let us know. We won't tell anyone, but we want to know.
And please make sure to email Beans if he was naughty or nice.
Yes,
Just,
we'd like to. We're desperate to know. Are we on the nice list or not?
Yeah.
Beans, what do you propose? Do you concur with? So you said you think he skates around. Do you have any other theories or?
Wait. First off, if he skates around, then how is he gonna go get into the house?
I mean,
he's
flying
gonna
skates?
jump up there.
I don't know.
Oh, bro, you have no idea, dude. He can ollie all the way up to the roof, and then
Wait. So hold on. Are we talking rollerblades, a skateboard, ice skates?
A skateboard.
Ollie,
you can't ollie on rollerblades.
Well, I didn't know. Well, you said ollie, and I thought, okay, he's probably talking about skateboard. But at first, I thought you were talking about ice skates or something. And it was that'd be kind of cool.
Whoa. He freezes the Atlantic and ice skates on it, dude.
He speed skates, dude.
He speed skates.
He's got the long skates.
He comes down from the North Pole and uses gravity. He falls.
He freezes the Atlantic and he speed skates across continents.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he freezes the world. He speed skates down. Stay up. Just wait for the world to freeze around you, and then he shrinks himself like Mario when he eats a mini shroom. And then he goes down the chimney. And so you're gonna wake up. You're gonna look over. There's gonna be a 5-inch tall Santa, and he's gonna be right there. He's gonna oh no, what am I gonna do?
Bro, the way Beans using hand gesture, just pointing out the direction and whatever, it's.
That's pretty good.
If we have a live recording of this, that would be kind of hilarious.
That's an interesting theory there, Beans. I didn't prepare anything this in depth. I'm not gonna subject myself to trying to create something as funny as what you guys just said. But so we've got our theories. Let us know what your theories are. Those two people that watch our videos. So I kind of want to wrap up, but I want to talk about real quick because I mentioned our senior year is halfway over. What's I mean, high school's been crazy, especially with this added year of 2020 and COVID, all of that. But what's I don't want to say what's a good memory because it's kind of a generic
kind
question.
of cliche.
Yeah, it's kind of cliche. But what do you maybe not just about St. Joe, but what do you appreciate most about what high school's done for you guys? It's one thing that it's done for you personally, physically, academically.
Man, there's a lot. I might have a top two. Go ahead, Bean.
I was just gonna talk about how I saw this one YouTube video that was called it was Futura Free, which is a Frank Ocean song, but whatever, and it was just laid over just this dude walking around and talking to a bunch of his classmates the last day, last day of senior year of high school, and yeah, he would ask, the thing he would ask was, "Where are you gonna be in 10 years?" That was really cool. That was really cool to hear those responses. Do you guys want to answer that?
Well, I know where I want to be in 10 years, but I don't think there's a good answer. I don't think anyone in the world has a good answer. I mean,
Yeah, it's so hard to think
I don't think
about.
anyone in the world has a good answer about where they think they are. I think a lot of people have great answers about where they want to be. I definitely have some answers for that. I think Erwin and Beans, you probably have some answers too. I don't know if I can answer that honestly because I really don't know where I'll
Me
be. I have
neither.
no clue.
I mean,
I wish I knew because I'd like to
I
know
assume I'll be in college.
in 10 years.
Oh wait, no, I thought you said in 5 years. Never mind.
I mean, in 10 years, I guess if you're going, I guess you could still be in school if you take the right course, but that's a lot of studying.
I'm not staying in college for 10 years. That's too much. No, but back to what you say about, what we kind of appreciate. I would say probably the community we've built. I really appreciate my teachers and my friends, since freshman all the way till now. They've I appreciate the memories and moments we had, even through the hardships. I feel like I find hardships kind of fun. At least you had something to kind of grasp and work it out together. And yeah, I feel like the friends and teachers that I've made, or the friends and teachers I've hanged out with, they've been really awesome.
Beans, what about you? What's a thing you appreciate about your 4 years in high school?
It's been a long 4 years.
So far, really 3.5 so far, but
yeah, 3.5 so far.
Yeah.
What's something that I really appreciate? Just all of the different people that I've met. It's been really cool. A lot of the people were seniors last year, and everyone said, it's really hard to see them go. Yeah, they definitely left an imprint on me. So something I appreciate is just being able to meet all of these great people. They go to St. Joe with me for sure.
I guess for me, I mean, definitely what you guys said. I think I think a lot of people probably think that as well. But I think personally, for me, I've noticed I've gotten my athletic ability. I've definitely noticed has improved just from either the sports I did or just working out by myself within those 4 years, or just working with my dad or something like that. I've definitely noticed that there's been an improvement there. So definitely the people I've met, but also I think personally the athletic ability and the strength and the speed that I've gained just from working on stuff. I look at pictures of me from freshman year and I'm I'm that kid is not is so unathletic. And then I look at myself now and I think I'm all right. I'm doing okay.
You do a lot better. Yeah. Jacob was my locker buddy freshman year. So I always see him every day.
Well, technically I've been since they're alphabetical. I was Erwin's locker buddy for 3 years, and then senior year we don't have lockers, so I'm not Erwin's locker buddy. But for 3 straight years, I would come in for half day, or when it was a late start day, and Erwin would have gotten there super early. And
I would always be there
he's
50
sleeping
minutes early or whatever,
and he's just sleeping in his locker.
I mean, that's how I kind of, met Jacob and we became friends or become friends. And then, I see Beans and so on.
Anyone listening in the distant future can definitely thank our freshman year for BeansTalk.
I feel like it all started in English class. Our English class freshman year was crazy after multiple substitutes.
Because I remember, those lunches we would have, Beans, it would be right after or in between an English class.
Oh yeah.
It kind of all started there. So like I said,
I was there.
Anyone actually listening to this podcast, you can thank freshman year for the beginning of an idea that turned into an actual thing.
I really did like that English class too.
That was so crazy. Yeah,
that was a good group of people.
For sure.
Especially during quarter 3, man. That was really interesting.
We're not gonna go too in depth. We'll just say it was interesting.
Yeah. We won't talk much about it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of memories, from quarter 3.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about out of time. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the BeansTalk podcast. Beans, take us out with another improv intro or outro.
All right. I didn't think of one, so I'm just going to be speaking from the heart because this was a great episode. I love having Erwin Liu on here. So BeansTalk is something, yeah, very happy about this. It's gonna go on forever, but it's actually not. It's gonna stop. And so I'm glad that we have this and that we're putting it on the internet and that some dude 50 years in the future can look back and see a bunch of seniors just
Having fun.
musing in a bittersweet vibe about their time at their school.
Yeah.
All of you guys muse in a bittersweet time about your time at school and
Yeah.
have a wonderful life.
If YouTube is still existing in like 50 years, come to this episode right here and think, oh man, I'm gonna be a senior one day. That's sad.
No, you're gonna already be a senior if you.
Oh, you only seniors get to listen to this. No one else gets to listen to this podcast.
Right.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday season and Happy New Year. Thank you guys.